selected another question under discriminant section. Okay, I will write the question for you. 3x squared minus 2a plus b x plus ab, right? Okay, right. Now we have been asked to show that the fx has real roots. Okay, first thing is we have to check whether it is in the correct format. Okay, we'll go one by one. We don't have the x squared terms anymore. We have only one x squared terms and 3 will be the coefficient. Then after comparing with the main equation, a would be 3, right? Right, let's say again we'll go for the x terms. We can't find any x terms except this one, so we can straight away write b equals minus 2a plus b, right? I mean, if in the middle term, the value before the x, right, that is the coefficient, that is b. Okay, c would be ab, right? Then they ask him to show that whether show that this equation has real roots, right? Okay, the logic is we can go for the straight away, we can go for the discriminant straight away and substitute these values and get the answer. I don't think we can straight away go for the answer because it is not visible, right? We have to do much more calculation to show that this is positive, right? The logic is discriminant should be greater than 0 in order to show the equation has real roots. Okay, right, we'll go for the discriminant. Delta b squared minus 4ac minus 2a plus b whole thing square 4ac, right? 4a plus b square 12ab. We can take 4 out of the bracket, a plus b square minus 3ab. At this stage, can anyone tell whether this is positive or negative? I don't think anyone can tell this is positive or negative because we can't say, because ab also unknown values and we have a minus here, so we can't exactly say. Even though we have the plus here, still we can't say because ab are unknowns, right? Can you understand what I'm saying? Right, let's say if we have like this, then we can say straight away this is positive because a plus b square is a positive, greater than or equal 0. Then we are adding one more, then it should be positive. But here we can't say, then we have to do much more calculation. We have to do further calculation. Right, now we have come to this level, then still we can't say this is positive. Still we can't say this is positive, right? What we can do is, I have taught you, if you are getting the quadratic equation and we need to prove it is positive, then we have to go for the computing square, right? I have done so many example questions, right? If we have the quadratic equation, we have to go for the computing square. But here we have two unknowns, but normally we are getting, let's say we are getting this kind of equation with the one unknown x, but here we have two unknowns, right? Then we have to do the computing square. So here what we can do is, we consider a as x and b is a constant, right? Then I'll change a bit. Now the equation is in terms of a, b is a constant, right? b කියන්නේ constant එකක්, a කියන්නේ variable එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ x squared මේක x squared කියන term එකේ තියෙනක x squared x කියන්නේ මේ quadratic equation x වෙනුවට තියෙන්නේ a, right? එතකොට variable b තමයි constant value එක. කියන්නේ 2 3 කියන්නේ constant values. එතකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? half of the middle term. a කියන එකනේ අපි variable එක, b කියන්නේ constant එක. ඒක තමයි එතකොට divide කරන්න ඕනේ b by 2 square. Agree? Right? All okay? Right. Then here we can go for the perfect square, a minus b over 2 square. Right. Here we are getting 3b square by 4. Right. Then we are getting the square values, right? 3 by 4 is positive and we have the plus sign here. Then we are getting the addition of squares. Then it should be greater than or equal 0 because a, b are unknowns, but still we have the squares. Then this is either be 0 or positive. Then we can say this has fx has real roots. Right. The tricky part is to convert this format to this to get the answer, right? I think most of the students can go up to here, right? But we can't say exactly this is positive. Then you will lose some marks if you are unable to do this part, right? So what you have to do is you have to do the completed square considering a is a variable and b is a constant. ඒ කියන්නේ අර අතන තමයි ඔයගලගේ tricky part එක තියෙන්නේ. හරි? Right. You can write it down, right? Make sure your calculations are correct.